for Madrid, and this is our first time getting the beds. I'm really glad we get the beds because we're going to be flying all night. I think it's a 9-hour flight. We made it to Madrid, and we are going to go get some breakfast because two of my sisters didn't eat breakfast on the plane, and then we will start going to explore. It's our second day here in Madrid, and we came to a place called Calle de Serrano, and then the other one is Calle de Jose Ortega y Gasset, and it's basically like a bunch of like high-end, really nice shops. But then I saw that there were some other ones that we have, like H&M and Zara, so hopefully we get to go and see all those stores. Some of the things we've noticed is that they're very relaxed with time. Like they don't necessarily open at the time that it says they're supposed to open. And two, most places accept Apple Pay, so don't ask because they kind of think it's common sense, I guess. I don't know. So after going to the restaurant De Chachara in the Letras neighborhood, I think I said that right, which it was really, really good. We took a taxi back to the hotel. We fell asleep for about 2 hours. So we're about to head back out. I think we're gonna go hit some of the, I guess, more known spots. I'm not quite sure yet what the plan is, but yeah, that nap was very much needed. Plus here, I did not know this until my sister pointed it out, and then we verified it today. A lot of stores close from like 2 to 5 for a siesta, so they just close to go take naps. And we were looking at like what time people eat at and stuff, and like I noticed that they weren't eating at the time that we were eating. So like the restaurants looked pretty empty, but it's because they eat later. And so right now we're gonna get ready to go, and I'm gonna change a little bit of what I was wearing this morning because I was wearing shorts, but it gets kind of chilly at night, so I think I'm gonna wear jeans. So we are at Buen Retiro Park. So pretty, it's huge. Good morning. Today is our last day in Madrid, and we are on our way to El Museo del Prado, and then afterwards we'll be taking our train, a 3-hour train drive to Seville. Okay, so we just left the Prado Museum, and we were able to see some of Goya's paintings. I think they're called the Black paintings. I don't know, my sister wanted to see them. And then Las Meninas. Those are the two main things we went there for. We weren't able to record it all or take pictures. They were a lot stricter than they were in France with their museums. Like even one of the like information booths or whatever that was in one of the rooms kept like shushing everybody, which is kind of awkward. Some of the other information booths are really nice though. We have arrived. Things that we have learned. Here, the taxis only take 4 people at a time, so Uber is the way to go. And Everything's pretty close by, but to get to the place, at least from our hotel, we have to do quite a bit of walking, so. Okay, this is the General Archive of the Indies. So this right here, which is what we're passing on our way to the Plaza del Triunfo, is the Catedral. So here you have the Plaza del Triunfo. And when you look over here, these are the walls of the Real Alcázar, which is one of the oldest palaces. So this right here is the Torre del Oro, which apparently is a 13th century military watchtower. I forgot to record what our hotel looks like, but when you walk in, this is a restroom, which is actually really helpful because if someone's showering, the other person can use the restroom. And then here's a rollaway, which I'm not sure if we're gonna use yet. And then TV, little like office section, coffee. This is the view, y'all. It's so beautiful. It is so pretty. And then this is the other bed. Again, we have the view. And then here is a walk-in closet. And then here's the restroom. This is the restroom. So you have a tub and 2 sinks. And then in this one is a toilet, and then this one is a shower. Good morning. Today is our second day in Sevilla. Well, first full day. My sister and I overslept, so we're starting off a little bit later, but we just got to the market on Calle Feria. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time here and then possibly go to another market. Okay, so there's gonna be noise in the background because my sister hopped in the shower because we're about to head dinner, but things that happened today that did not make it on the vlog, but happened. In the second thrift store that we went to, not technically a thrift store, a lady walked in and I knew that it was that she was kind of like weird. I don't know, something about her was off. And apparently she almost stole from my sister. My sister like came running towards us and was like, so this lady just tried to rob me. And we're like, what? She goes, yeah, she kept getting really close to me. And then I felt something tugging on me. And I realized like when I looked over, she had her hands on my purse and then turned away really fast. Nothing was stolen, but that was our first time this trip where like something like that happened. Like, you know, you hear about pickpocketing or whatever, but we've never really gone through that in any of the countries that we've really been to. We're pretty careful, but just that the fact that they tried was interesting. So yeah, that happened. Another thing is, like I said, people eat at very different times. So, you know, you'll go into a restaurant and it's just completely empty, and that's normal because they eat a lot later. A lot of the places here close between 12 and 1 a.m. and that's normal. So yeah. But today we basically went to the market. We went to one that's more local, I guess, and then somehow we ended up going to a plaza, which I think I might have said what the plaza name was. But then after that we went, we stayed there for a little bit. We ate some paella. And then we ended up walking all the way to the plaza that we were in before, which was Plaza del Triunfo, like the one that we were in yesterday. Got some Starbucks. Starbucks tastes very different. But yeah, we got Starbucks and then now we're waiting for dinner. We're still wanting to fit in a flamenco show, but I think you probably already saw that we were able to see like a lady dancing on the street, which I thought was really, really cool. There have been quite a few performers on the street, so that's nice. Lots of walking. My feet have blisters from like I think from maybe the day that we got back from Madrid, or from Madrid to Sevilla. But anyways, we're gonna be here one more day, and then we're leaving to Valencia. Today is our third day in Sevilla. We leave to Valencia tomorrow, and we are about to go eat at a place called Betis Siete, which Calle Betis is apparently really well known for like being right next to the little river that they have. And then from here we're gonna go to just walk around the area of Triana, which is supposed to be known for their ceramics, and then go back to the hotel and change for a flamenco show. So if there was any question as to whether or not we ate really well, all 6 of us fit in an elevator to go up, but to come back down, it said that we were over the weight maximum, so 2 of us had to get off. Shoes I'm gonna wear to the flamenco show, and I actually bought these yesterday at a store called Sasa. This is a store, from what I could tell, it's the only store in Europe is in Sevilla, well, in general, because I couldn't find it anywhere else. And they have a bunch of different designer items, and these just so happen to be 40% off because, I guess because they're not in season anymore, but they're so cute. Okay, this is the fit we're working with. I don't know why there's so many little fingers there, but okay. This is Abby before sleeping. I have my retainer in, and yeah, this is it. Oh, when we got to the flamenco place, I was super excited to film like what it would be like, but they asked that we please not film. There were like little cards at the table saying that they prefer no one, well, they ask that no one film with their cell phone, cameras, any of that, like just no filming. So we weren't able to film, but it was very, very interesting. It wasn't what I thought it would be. I guess like I've never seen it before. I mean, I have an idea of what it was like, but I had never seen that dance before, like not actually. And so it was really interesting to be able to see that in Spain and in Sevilla, where it's like, it's known for its flamenco. The food was really good. We had tapas. I thought tapas was a food. It is not a food. It is a way of eating. So basically you get like a bunch of little entrees or whatever, and that way you get to try a little bit of everything versus a big plate. So that was really nice, and it was just a really great experience. Tomorrow we will be visiting the Real Alcázar, and we're gonna tour it. And then after that, oh, we're getting brunch tomorrow too. My sister found a brunch place she really wants to go to. So, and we leave at 6 o'clock tomorrow. We're gonna get to Valencia, I believe around 8 something. We were taking the train again. I have to say that I really, really liked Sevilla. I liked that it was a lot smaller. If you're ever here, make sure you're very, very careful of where you walk, because they have a lot of like horse-drawn carriages, so that also means that there might be little presents along the way, if you know what I mean. And same thing with their pets, so just be really mindful of where you're stepping. Oh, Uber, I think I've already mentioned this. If you have over 4 people in your party, you want to stick to Ubers. So in Madrid, the taxi was usually cheaper than the Uber, so we would just order taxis. But here, they're not allowed to have more than 4 people in a taxi, so we had to order Ubers, because if not, we'd have to get 2 different taxis, so it was just cheaper for us that way. I've also noticed that overall, like, even though we speak Spanish, we don't understand a lot of stuff that they say. The way, like, for example, solo mío means sirloin. Like, that's the plate that they call for sirloin. they have like these plates called like pig ear and like elephant ear or something like that. I don't even know, but they're not actually that. Like it's like a name for the plate, if that makes sense. So we kept having to ask like what each plate consisted of, but they were pretty nice and accommodating. I am really happy to be here. I've been wanting to come to Spain for a really long time. We just left a brunch place that my sister picked out, and it was pretty good. Okay, so my dad was, you know how in the United States, like, you get to choose, like, you can, like, tell them what basically you want and they'll make it happen. It's not like that here. And so my dad started, like, saying what he wanted, and the lady's just like, she's like, nope, that's not a plate. But anyways, so right now we're walking to the Real Alcázar, which is a castle that we're gonna go inside. We saw it the first day. From the outside, it was like the walls.